Okay, everybody, we're gonna try this again. I got a mirror behind me there, so I'm trying to do 10 things at once. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to modify a fan. I'm gonna show you how to make a pancake coil or bifilar coil. Basically, these are CD discs you can buy at any dollar store. And all I did is I just sanded them off with a scouring pad. Basically, what you're gonna need is 2 of these. I need I got a 3/8 here. Basically what you do is slip one nut in there. Okay. Get your wire. And find the end. What happens when you organize. Okay. So basically stick the second wire in the second one. Okay, bend it a little bit. Leave about a foot, 2 feet out, whatever. Stick this one in. Put your rubber on. So you'll be safe without anything strange and weird. Put your washer on. Tighten your nut. This all sounds very sexual, I know, but it's not. Alrighty. And just tighten it enough where you can have some mobility. It's snug. Okay. But you gotta get this thing started now. Alright, now what I do is I take the bottom wire and I wrap it around the bottom so that when I'm twisting it, it doesn't get in my way. And I also got this spinner here that spins, so later on when I can put that bolt in there and spin it with a hand. Usually I use magnets as well. What I mean by that is I'll take magnets. Doesn't matter what they are. Basically, you're going to be using them later on to keep the ends tight, like that, so that you can see that this doesn't open up at the end and you keep on getting thicker wire to try to keep it as uniform as you can. You can even leave it on. And basically, start wrapping it up until you keep it tight. There's a reason for the tightness. And anyway, just keep on wrapping. And I'll show you once I get to a certain point. Signs of wrap soon. Oh, you little bugger. That's what it's doing? Oh, shit. Wait a second. Thing screwed up. I don't know why it did that, but it did. Okay. tightened up on it. That's unusual. I never run into these problems when I'm practicing. The moment you're going to do it, so we'll go back here, we'll wrap it up. Okay, now that'll work. Yep, now she's working. Now you'll feel a little resistance in the beginning. We have to open it up a little bit. Okay, that feels better. When you start this thing, there'll be a certain type of tautness to it, which is about right. And there'll be some fighting to get it started, which, again, you'll see why. And then it'll start to take off, and it might get a little weird, just to show you. It's not necessarily perfect in the beginning, but you can fix that just by slightly tapping to get it going. But again, get some volume going. Now don't worry about the beginning until I get to a certain point, and then I'll tap it. You can see she'll start to equalize. And again, you can use this. Magnet. And as you can see, you start to form oil. Every so often you just keep it snug. And you may get a little bit of an overlap on the inside, no big deal. Anyway, to show you this, now what I'm going to do, I don't have a pause button on my camera. I have to shut it off, but if I do the whole thing, we'll spend all day doing this. So anyway, you're getting this. What I'll do is I'll do this in parts so that you can see what's going on, and so not wasting battery on this, because these things use up batteries like crazy. And like I said, just the way you go. The beauty behind this thing too, you can see if you screw up somewhere, you can go back to whatever and then continue on. Anyway, I'm going to pause the camera and then I'll come back and continue. Huh. That was weird. Wait. As I was saying, this is going to be a multi-part deal here. Put that down. Alright, so basically I tap it until I get the circle, and then what I'll do to flatten the ends, put it against the edge, I'll take a screwdriver, and I'll tap all around, lightly, Keep your eye on the outer thread because sometimes she'll jump. And just basically tap all around gently, keeping the wire snug. And as you turn, just tap till you get it nice and even. Okay? So it's getting there. And what that does is it keeps everything uniform. Keeps it spreading out the way it's supposed to. And then what you can do then is put the magnets back on it, reinforce it. That's good. Okay. Somehow I lost the third magnet. It just got shot into the ether. Oh. There it goes. Alright, and then like I said, I'll break it down. And you can, like I said, you can, at this point, you can do it by hand if you want, or again, do it by hand. It takes a little longer, but you make less mistakes. And, or if you got a spinner, just spin away, you know. And basically, by the time you get done, you'll have anywhere between 250 and 400 turns, depending, you know, how you spun it. Keep in mind, like I said, making progress here. You can see, and then like I said, you can see at the end, it'll start to thicken up. So basically what I do is I'll take it out. I'll either press it down with my thumb, sometimes depending on how much it is. I keep turning it. So like I said, you see a little bit of a lopsided aspect to it. You can always tap your thing. It's not going to be totally snug until the end when you glue it in. I'll show you how to do that too. So, as you can see, it's starting to take shape. So I don't like certain aspects of it, so what I'll do is I'll tap it a little bit. So you'll get the shape you want. Of course, that will get in the way. There will always be things that will get in the way. And then again, you can put the magnets back on. And if you have them repelling each other, that'll go a long way in them not connecting when you're trying to spin your wire. Perfect. So here we go. Okay, so now back to the spinner. That. And expect stuff to go wrong. Have your Canadian vocabulary available. So if you wonder what that means, those of you who've been following me will know. Okay. Alrighty. And hold your wire a little bit high when you're spinning it, because if you don't, you may get caught going underneath or doing all kinds of weird shit. It happens. And again, by the time we're done, I'll spin this to a certain point, and then I'll start pressing it out. And then by the time I press it out, it's almost to the very end. Magnets, I don't want to cooperate. Okay. Go. You can see she's starting to grow again. So anyway, we'll keep on going with it. And the further out you go, the more problematic it gives you. Okay, so you can see it needs a little bit pressing out, so what I'll do is first I'll press it with my hand, or I'll tap it with the screwdriver, too much. Keep moving it over. Okay, so I gotta. And see, you can see where a wire may have jumped its spin, so it allows you to go back and then correct it. You can see she's starting to take shape. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going with this. So I got a couple wires that have jumped. There we go. And if you can catch it pretty quick. And then just press it with your hand every so often. Get everything pushed down, compacted. You can see she's starting to take shape. Okay, so she's going to be a little off. here at the top. So what you do is just give it a light tap to balance it out. And there you are, back in the saddle. Then give it a bit of a press out again. And just keep going. Now what I do sometimes, I'll do it by hand for a little bit. Make sure she's staying on course. Like I said, when you spin it fast, sometimes you get sloppy. And if there is some overlap, it's not the end of the world. At that same token, you're keeping it circular. Again, for the sake of time. And like I said, the magnets keep the plates tight. So then what happens is again, we got the triangle, three-way thing there. And we just start spinning away. Over the magnets hold. Now, again, you can use stronger magnets if you want, but what can happen is the magnets can compress the plates so tight that they don't work correctly. Getting near the end too, and as it gets near the end, it really that's when you start seeing a lot of the issues going on. I think wants to jump, wants to do all kinds of stupid shit, and that's when you have to sort of start speaking Canadian. And like I said, try to hold your wire up in an angle. This way it doesn't jump or have a tendency to want to jump. Okay, so as it gets closer to the end, what I start to do is I look at it. Let's see if the thing jumps again. Okay. So anyhow. Okay, you can see, so now we select the magnets. Okay. Give it a little bit of a tap. Okay, press it down. You can see we'll fill it up. Okay. And that's pretty good right there if you can see it. Okay. So there's your Bifilar Coil. That's actually more of a pancake coil because it's a single turn wire, but it's pretty powerful. And basically, if you want to top it off, just do the rest by hand. It's not worth trying to spin it because it'll be jumping too much because you're too close to the end. And just gently wrap it, pretend you're a wrapper, a candy wrapper, whatever. And then just wrap away. Okay, and then press it down. Okay, I'm gonna call it a day there. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take the wire and wrap it around the bolt so it doesn't go anywhere. I'm gonna put a little glue on the subject. So start off. First, I got to get a glue stick. As per usual, these things always run out at the most inopportune time. Go. So I'm just going to get that started for a minute. I just want to glue to one side. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop open the plastic. Okay, because I don't want this thing to come loose on me on the inside. So what I'll do is I'm going to open up the plastic like that and stick the gun in and glue it and press it down, and that will seal these wires so they don't come undone on you. What I do is I just start off that one section so she doesn't come loose or have that wire, so you don't have to worry about that wire. So basically I'm gonna, you can see it, basically I'm just gonna angle it, put the gun inside, give it a give it a good squirt, press it really hard. The glue will stick out a little bit, which is a good thing. That's sealed. Now what I'll do is I'll do two on one side, two on the opposite side, and that will hold that wire so that when I'm ready to, see, that's what I mean, let's see the thing here. So now I'll do the back side, save time. I try to go to as close to the center as I can. I squeeze it. Some of the stuff stays hot for a while. Put it off. It sucked out the Nano. Can you? Okay. So I squeeze it down. Now I'm going to get the other side. Same thing. There. Squeeze, squeeze down. See, you got two patches. That ain't going nowhere. So what I'll do is I get this side now, and I will do the opposite. Again, squeeze. Alrighty. We got it. She ain't going nowhere. Now, and once that glue seals hard, so what I start doing then is I glue the edges, just in case I want to submerge this underwater. I will seal this really good. There, I got a nice coil, nice beautiful coil. Will get glue all over you if you're not careful. What I do is I leave the bolt in there until this glue hardens, and then I will take that off and I'll glue the middle. Same kind of thing. Now I'll hold the bolt so I don't get glue all over me. That usually happens. There's a little bit of an overlap, that's fine. And this will keep the glue from the thing on, opening up on you. And then we just let it sit. Now what I do, basically I'll hold it for a second, and then I'll let it hang over some tape or something like, like this. It's got a hole, and, or like this even, a little stand. There we go, let it dry. That's it, let it dry. Now, we got another 2. Now that was with 22 gauge wire, 22, 24 gauge. Now we're going to use something else. This is a 24 gauge wire, speaker wire. Now this we're going to make a bifilar out of it because this has got 2 wires. So they'll be different. This one is more like a pancake coil, and there's a reason why we're doing this. This will create a pulse on the system to help deactivate the Nano. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a bifilar and a coil, and then we're going to put metal washers in between and magnets on the outside, and this thing will pulse at a super rapid rate and help disengage a lot of the Nano that's inside the body. Don't be surprised if you start pissing more, you start going to the washroom more. It's just going to be one of those things where you're going to start seeing all kinds of stuff come out of you. Don't be surprised at biofilm and everything else. Okay, so same thing. Take one, run it to the middle. Take the second one, put it over. Okay, same setup. I got a 3/8 is what I'm using. Using a rubber washer and a 3/8 bolt. So it goes like that. I put the rubber washer in, then the metal one, and then I lock her down. This one's a little easier because it doesn't require as many turns. And again, the one thing I have been seeing big time is the number 9 seems to be the major number you might want to work at. Anything that has to do with the sequence of 9. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90, 99, 108. Anything that has to do with the sequence of 9. We want to wrap these up. So in other words, these are going to have, usually I wind up with about 36 to 45 turns with this, which gives me 9. Take the summation of the 2 numbers and add them up to get 9. Okay, so now, this is at the bottom, as you can see, and same thing, keep everything the same. Now again, you may have to loosen this one up just a little bit because the wire's a little wider to get started. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Now this will be a bifilar because again, bi means 2, and we've got 2 wires going in a circle here, creating a coil aspect. What I do is I flatten the wire so it makes it a little easier, and I just keep turning. Now the same thing, the middle will always be a little bit wonky because you can't get it correctly exact. And again, make sure the wire doesn't have any kinks in it because it'll bend on you while you're wrapping it. So anyway, for getting the Nano out, this stuff works pretty good. And don't be surprised when the nanoparticles come out that everything's black. They'll be black because you have fried the program, you have fried the network full of rings, you will have fried the bots, you'll have fry the particles. It'll come out. You know, and same thing, when you get a little bit of a weird shake, just give it a tap. And you might be surprised how that will change everything. Here we go. Get started, I think, finally. Okay. Every so often, same thing. Press on the wire. Keep it, you know, in line. Okay. Basically, we just keep turning and turning and turning and turning. This one I basically do by hand because again, it doesn't take that long. And as you can see, we're getting a coil going. The other stuff, the glue is drying. And we'll be doing the same thing on this one. We'll be gluing it so that the wire doesn't come undone. And like I said, there is a mishap. Like you see, I had one there and I just caught it. And always go back. So that's the thing about the beauty by screwing the two plates together. I was trying to find these clear plates and I couldn't find them, so I decided to see if I could clean up a CD. It worked good. Basically take a sandpaper or one of those scouring pads that they use for removing paint off the wall. It looks like a little square sandpaper sponge, and just brush away. What I did is I put them in a bag, some kind of a bag, and what I did was kept my arms in the bag because I was doing it outside and the stuff was flaking all over me, and I thought, oh, this is not good. So I got a little, you know, plastic bag, put my arms inside, scraped away. It caught all the particles, this way I wasn't getting them on my skin or my clothing. Again, these are some of the things that I got after a couple days of, you know, trial and error. Okay, I may be running out of wire in this one, so I have to attach a new wire. As you can see, the coil is evolving. Now what you do basically, you count the wire at the end. I didn't count I'm not going to count them. Again, it just takes too long, but try to get them in a sequence of 9. I'm finding that 9 is the big number. Not so much 6, but 9. So it's almost done. You know what? I may not do anything. Okay. I hope. Whole thing. I gotta go over this stuff. Anyway, basically, we had gotten the second one done. We did the same thing. We glued it on the inside and the outside. Okay, so now we're waiting for the glue to dry. So the first one is dry now. You can see that it's, you know, pretty well dry. So basically, we just unravel the wire. Okay. We can fix this one up a little bit. So now I'll unscrew it. What I'll do is I'll put a clamp here and a clamp here, just so we can keep things consistent. Okay, then I'll open it up. Now we hold that wire, well, the wire's not going nowhere, and just screw the middle. So that is, I go around the side, work my way in, and then hit the inside. The glue has somewhere to go. Same there. Again, we just let it wait to dry. Now what I do is I'll have something like this. It's got a hole in it. Just put it there. Wait for it. And this one looks like you can see she's starting to dry up too. I'm going to better. Where I can wait. Okay, we do the same thing. Well, we're gonna rest this one. Let's loosen it up gently. Keep my finger pressure on it. Oh, that's not so bad. Okay, now we do the same thing. Go inside, go on the outside, inside. Ooh, this one might actually work out better. I just, you know, feel kind of thing. Doing a dance now. Now I'll show you why we're doing these two coils. They're pretty neat actually, and again they're compact. You can carry them with you anywhere. Put them in the car, run them off your lighter, 12 volt. If you have a flash unit with it, you can have them pulsing in your car. You can have them pulsing on your bed. If you've got a flash unit and a power supply, you know, lots you can do with them. Okay, I'm going to keep on adding glue to this one. One thing, they need to make glue sticks that are about 2 feet long. Because I hate these things, they keep running out on you. And you gotta constantly put pressure on the stupid thing because they doesn't grab it. Okay, let's go on there. It's so hot. Okay, well you know you got a coil. Now, this one looks like it'll be easy to work with. That one's got to wait for it to dry. So what I do at the ends, I have a lighter here somewhere. There we go. Ah, there it is. I'll take a lighter, heat it up a little bit, get a pair of snips. And there you go. You got the 2 wires at the end, nice. Put an alligator clip on it. What I do is I bend the wire a little bit here, like that. So there's more of a bite on the inside. Slip it through. Take my pliers, just compact everything down. Nice and snug. There we go. Then I'll tape it. When I put my tape, I draw a roll somewhere. Magic knife. You know, these things never work right when you do the film. So we take the end we just did, we'll go. What I do is just wrap it up with some tape. Insulated, so because again, whether you're running AC or DC, this thing can give you a light shock. Nothing that's going to kill you or anything. Unless you hook it up to a capacitor or a transformer, then it might hurt a little bit. Your light dummy. No. Okay, there's that. Alright, that's one. Same thing. beauty. They twist it, bend it. Now you can use other things. You can use clips. You can use all kinds of stuff, you know, to do this. I like alligator clips because I'm always changing stuff, so it's easier for me to clip and unclip rather than have everything connected. And then I got to disconnect it. Sometimes I got to cut the wire. So this saves me from cutting wire. And you know, and then George is always telling me to get these connectors, and I do that sometimes. And sometimes I'm lazy. I don't do it. He's always giving me shit. You should be using that. I said, yeah, I know. Anyway. Sometimes I get an idea in my head and I just got to get to it and do it. And there you go. Good. Now, take this one. Same thing. And we got one done. And there's your bifilar coil, all complete, ready to go. But the glue's still sticky. Okay, anyway. But there you go, it's sealing, done. And if you seal the middle correctly, you can even put this under water and you shouldn't have any problem. Okay, because again, everything's insulated and covered and so forth. Now, this one, oh crap, really? It's still drying too, okay. Okay. Now, got the one, and what I do with the one in the back, I put a little glue here on the side so that when you go to pull it, you don't pull it and break it off. I learned that the hard way with other bifilar coils, but you see how nice that is, right? Nice and tight. You know, just looking like the coil. You know. Anyway, now notice I'll measure off the two. Cut them. Same thing, I'll get my torch, heat up the end. You gotta be quick with that one because that heat will transfer up that copper. It's crazy, but... And I find too it's easier just using a knife to scrape it. Yeah. Okay, one, quick. But you gotta scrape off that. There's a layer of insulation around the copper, so you got to take that off. So that when you make contact, you got a good contact. There we go. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit more glue here. She's starting to solidify there, so let's add a little bit more. Let that dry now. We can test it. I'll show you what I do. I got these, you can see I got all kinds of stuff here. I got a speaker with a coil. That's a bifilar coil inside the plate. It says basically insulator. You got another coil, another speaker. Now and the idea is the bifilar puts the coil field up this way and the current going this way. and the speaker is vibrating like this. So it's basically causing a wave to hit the, to release the field and causing it to wave out. And if you let them run for a period of time, you'll find that the air gets ionized. And one of the ways you can tell, simplest way you can tell, is leave a little water on your hand and walk through the area where you got the speakers pulsating. And you'll find that there'll be a slight electrical charge going on. Pretty good. So anyway, with these I don't add anything to them. Usually I'll screw them onto something or clip them on. Same idea. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you here. Hopefully I brought this these stupid things. 1 second. Aha. I take 3 washers and I'll put them inside the coil. So, and the reason why I'm doing this is to create a bigger induction field. Anyway, and so what I'll do is I'm going to connect everything up first. And I'm going to see first, if you put the coil on one way or another, you'll get a different effect. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hook up. I got a plug area here. Plug and play. Where are you? Where did you go? Let's see here. I got one here somewhere. Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to disconnect the signal here on this side. So basically I'm just going to hook this up. Check to see if it's even working. One of the ways to check. Everything's connected so you can hear it going back on. But let's say you don't have that set up. Take a magnet and hold it over and you should feel the field getting pretty good. Now this one will be a little bit weaker, okay, just so you know, because again it doesn't have many turns, but that's the beauty behind this thing. Now I'm going to take this thing and we're going to hook it into the system. I'll bend that a little bit. Clipped. Where should we go? Yeah, shit. Yeah, don't do that. God. It'll wake you up in the morning. Okay. Now. Oh yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put, see what I did was, I checked the coil to see if it's functioning. Everything's working fine. There's no break in the line. You can see there's a connection going on with the system. So now I got the three washers I'm going to leave in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this by putting that on there. Looks like she's pretty strong. Flip it over, just to double check. Okay, you'll get, when you test it one side, one will give you a stronger effect. So you can do this one of 2 ways. You can tape them together, or you can glue them together. So with this one I'm going to glue it, because I know that I did another one and I taped it as a prototype, but I know this one is what I want, so I'm going to glue them on so they stay permanent. So one. And I'm putting them in a triangle You guys, Marco and myself discovered a long time ago that the triangle seems to have more of an impact. So we're putting that in there in that regard. Now I'm going to put this on. Yeah, baby. Oh, we're cooking now. Now we got a bifilar coil on a pancake coil with metal in the middle, creating a bigger induction field. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take these magnets, okay, and we're going to mount them there. Oops, wrong way. Put them on the copper side. And now you got yourself a pulsar. This thing is pulsing like, put this on your belly, put this near your nuts, put it near your vagina, put it on your back, put it on your ass, put it on your legs, put it on your arms, put it on your head, and see the things come out cooked, black, and all screwed up. This thing will remove it, or will disengage it wherever you put it. Small little portable unit. What I've got it going on is I got it hooked up to a motor, which we're going to build next, so you can show you what to do. And this little baby has got some juice. Now you can leave the magnets free and easy, or you can glue them on. It's up to you. I just leave them free and easy because if I want to put stronger magnets on there, I can do that without damaging the housing. And if you want, you can seal this up here with more glue. It's up to you. Or just tape it for reinforcement. But there you go. That's a simple little coil system. You got a bifilar coil, which has only got, like, say, probably this was like about 36 turns. And you got this one's probably got between around 350, 400, somewhere in there. Go 360, whatever, 300. It doesn't matter. This is going to give you a multiple field, and this thing really puts out. It vibrates literally. Now, if you put that speaker on it, that speaker creates a big wave, and while you're sleeping, if you put the speaker on this, put a piece of metal here so the speaker can hang on to it, so because it got a magnet in the bottom. Well, that's going woo woo woo. That's hitting the whole room. Will ionize the room, causing a major distortion in the room. Set up a few of these around your room, and you'll probably be able to sleep again. They're real simple, real easy idea. Okay, wanted you guys to see this. I've been a little bit late getting these films out because seems like as soon as I figured out one thing, a better idea came up, and a better idea. So this one, the idea with the induction came today. So I've been slowly but surely evolving this so that everybody can have it. And so this is pretty simple. It's not that expensive. This wire is not cheap. It's magnetic wire. They call it magnet wire or whatever. It's not cheap. But if you could, like I said, if you hold it here, she pulses. And your body will know it. Like I said, you can put it here, hold it on, get a pulse. Now, if you put a magnet, that's what I almost forgot. Okay, I got this magnet here with the 2 neodyne. If you put it behind, it really jacks up the pulse. So when you have it on the body, if you have a magnet on that side, it further amplifies the field. You will feel a major pulsing going on. You'll be surprised. Well, let's go. If you've got anything in the colon, and you rub it along your belly, your pelvic region, and again near your genitals and up above, you might be surprised what you'll be pissing out, shitting out, or sweating out. Don't be surprised. This is again a very simple idea that you can do, you can make, Like I said, it really beefs up the power output on this side. I mean, you can feel the thing literally vibrating like crazy. This is, again, simple, portable. Anybody can make this. And again, if you seal it properly, you can put this in your bucket if you wanted to. But you'd have to seal all the wire really good with glue and a wrapping of some kind, like electrical tape and glue, to make sure that everything's sealed, or some kind of sealant. I don't like using silica, but hey, it's whatever. There you go. Oop. And that'll work too. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, this works really good, just like that even. Holy cow. There we go. There we go. That magnet in the back is an ass kicker. Like I said, it makes this feel a lot stronger. You can be sitting on your computer, you can put this on your pelvic area, on your belly, and pulse yourself while you're working. And like I said, you may find you're going to go to the washroom more, you may be taking a piss more, whatever, you may be dumping more. Don't be surprised what comes out of your backside with this kind of thing. It's, again, a very simple design. Okay, I'm going to leave this run, because I don't electrocute myself. Alrighty. How are you going to hook this up? Any fan will work. Any fan. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to take the power supply. Oh shit, I don't want these. Okay, I gotta fool with this one. Take the power supply and splice it in the middle somewhere. Basically, I'm using a magic knife, as you can see. And this area here where you're splicing isn't going to matter because you need it open. He said anybody can do this. Even the girly girl can do this. And this gets to be a little. Some of them are easier. The cords are already divided. You just put a little knife through and it slides. They put a lot of insulation on this particular wiring. So trying to get it so that I can separate this really good. There we go. Aha! So let's see, on separating it, so you guys can see it. Like this one here, like I said, it's a pain in the butt. Just getting that started. Okay, so got two wires here, doesn't matter. I'm just going to splice the one end in the middle. Okay. So now we're going to further spread this a little bit, I hope. This way. Okay. Good. So we got this one. Working around magnets is a pain in the butt too, I gotta tell you. Okay. All right. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to see these two ends here. We're going to splice them. Same thing, line them up. There you go, there's the one. Yeah, try not to breathe that shit, it smells like hell. There we go, we got two. So, a bit of a twist, twist. The other one. Okay, that'll work. Well, you know, it works. Kind of. Alrighty, we'll put that in. Like we got. Same thing, we're going to crimp it down. Make sure it's making contact. Okay, we'll give it a little bit of a tug. Wrap the insulation around it. Now they're going to be far enough away where it shouldn't be a problem. What you can also do, what I'm doing now is I've got that going like that. Going around it. Like this, to keep it from bending toward the other plug. I don't want it to bend near that plug. Okay, there we go, there's one. Hey, like I knew what I was doing. There you go. You don't know what you're doing? Never. Okay, same thing. Hey, look. It's there. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're back. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to turn this fan into a toroidal fan. So what we're going to do is get you some neodyme magnets. These are a pain in the ass to get off these rubber things, but anyway, if you hear me speaking Canadian, you'll know what. Okay, so we'll make sure. Okay, good. Okay, what I do these days, I keep them going all the same way, just so you know. So basically, put a little glue on the blade. Put your magnet on, press it tight. Careful not to get glue on you because shit's hot. And then what you do, then once you put the glue on, okay, once you put the glue on, see that? I go over it. Either we're in an X or a T, and I let that get cool down. Okay, and then do that to all 5 blades. If you got a 4 blade, do it with a 4 blade, 3 blade, 3 blade. If you got a big fan, add a couple magnets in a row on each blade, let's say 2 or 3. It'll make a big difference in the performance. Because that fan spinning with those magnets creates a major torque. So, okay, same thing, next, Okay. This one has 5, so I'm going to put 5 on there. I'm going to have them all facing up, same field. Doesn't matter north or south. The idea is I'm going to create a situation okay. This one doesn't take long. Just gotta wait for the glue to dry. Okay. Aha. I knew what I was doing. Okay. Now really put that glue on there because this thing will be spinning at a very high velocity. And as a result of that velocity, it'll create a field. So we're going to put magnets underneath, and the magnets are going to be angled in such a way where every time that blade spins, it will create a field. We'll try to get so that it's repelling, so it pushes it up. So as that thing is spinning, it creates a big bubble. So you're going to have that, those 2 coils. Now, if you make another coil, you can hook it up to the system and put one against the window. So you can have a coil against your window. Let's say you're in a room, your bedroom at night, and you're getting frequencies pumping in. Put a coil, a big one. Put a big bifilar coil. I'll show you one of those. Put it on the window. And put this, under your pillow or, somewhere in the bed. And you'll have, and put 3 of them, or 4 of them, one on each corner. You're going to create a multiple field going on all around you, which can help disperse. It may not stop the field coming at you, but what it may do is it may slow it down enough where by the time it does hit you, it has very minimal effect. In order to fight a field, you have to use a field. And in this case, we're using multiple fields. So, there you go, look at that. Like we knew what we were doing. Okay, still not done yet. Just to give you an idea of what's going on. That will plug in to your fan. This will plug into your coils. Dun, 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 dun. Then you're going to have superpowers. You'll be able to sleep. That's a superpower today. Give me 1 second, I'll get you an idea of what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a bifilar coil, big one. Actually, it's not a big one, it's one of my smaller ones. I got a one underneath us there, it's about 3 feet wide. Anyway, the way you hook them up, here you got a red and aluminum. Well, what you do basically to make it a bifilar, you hook the red on the one side to the aluminum on the other side. So you got, this one is red and this one is aluminum. Okay, because you got red and silver. And when you plug that in, you got a field on this side and you got a field on this side. And that's why it makes this coil so unique. So you can put this on a window, put it under your bed, put it, anywhere you want, under your chair. And what will happen is it will create a multiple field, and it can protect you and disperse a lot of the fields that you're being hit with. It's really a simple concept. It's the same idea that we did with this one here, using a tube. This is what happens when you work with magnets. Everything wants to attract to the magnet. Okay. We're using the same concept as this, except I think this one's got about 54 to 63 turns on this one. Okay. Again, speaker wire, very inexpensive by comparison. And again, you wrap it up. And what I did is I made the nest in the middle. You can start it in as a circle either way. And wrap them up. And what I did is I just used some kind of cardboard for art, blackboard. I glued the one side to it after I got done making it, and then I cut around, took the thing, put it on the other piece, cut around it, again glued it, taped it, so that again it reinforces it, and there's a bifilar. And again, you can put this on the window, sorry, you put that on the window, under your chair, in your bedroom, on the floor, anywhere. And you can make a bunch of these and put them on every wall, creating your own field to disperse anything coming in, and it puts a nice bubble on the inside. You still will get hit. I'm going to tell you, these fields that they're playing with are a lot they're different, and they're multiple fields. You're not getting hit with one, you're getting hit lots. Terahertz, RF, whatever. So this will help go a long way in dispersing. Okay? Just so you know. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go get magnets. Give me 1 second. Got those magnets again. Alrighty. What I'm going to do now, and the reason I put them underneath, I'll tell you why, is because when these fans spin and they get going, the magnetic field creates a lot of heat on that motor. I mean, this thing's just humming. So what I do primarily, is I put them underneath. This way it lifts the fan above, so it's not laying flat, and the air can circulate through it, allowing it to cool. Just so you know, you have an idea why I'm doing what I'm doing. Again, it's important that I guess you understand some of the things. You don't have to again go through any major problems. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the rectangular magnets, the ceramic magnets. Again, what I'll do is I'll test on the top. Okay, if it's repelling, and on the bottom it should repel as well. Yep. So I'm going to put them on so that they're repelling. I want repulsion. So put it on. Da, 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 da. Don't touch glue when it's hot. Man, is that burn. Okay. This way. So. Now what happens sometimes too, these things can vibrate. And sometimes the glue lets go on the blade or on the foundation, just so you know. Don't worry about it, just take it, just re-glue everything back. That's all you gotta do. redo everything back. What I do sometimes is I put a piece of metal plating on the bottom, which then reinforces the magnet through the assembly. Aha! Almost got it. And there you have it. See the magnets on the bottom. As the motor spins, it creates an airflow which can help cool the motor. Now you can have it where it repels. I have it where it repels. This way there's less drag on the motor. I find it still puts out a field either way. And we got the magnets which will also put out a field. So there we go. Plug this in. Okay. Just want to plug this one so I get the shit shocked out of me. Okay. Aha. Now. So, these two, okay, you click the one to the other. So you know, you got the copper, doesn't matter which one. So now you'll have a copper and a copper and the other bifilar free. So you connect the one, you connect the other. Don't worry about getting shocked because I didn't plug it in. Sometimes I forget, and it can be a problem. Look at that little bugger. Alrighty. Oh, so we're okay, cool. Okay. As you can see, she's working. Okay. And if you hold your unit, it's working. So you could, even if you wanted to, if your unit is wide enough, you can mount them on the top, and now you got one hell of a field spinning. So if this was here, there's no wires. Okay, if that was there mounted, it'll create a major toroidal. But you got a toroid, and again, this thing is putting out some major mojo. And again, you could connect that other one to the circuit. I'll show you in a second. I'm unplugging it so I don't shock myself. Again, doesn't feel good. Okay, plug it back in. Okay, another magnet going around here. And if you hold a magnet to it, you'll feel it pulsing. She's pulsing like crazy, and they're all pulsing like nuts. So, on the window, on a chair, anywhere you want. Now, after I showed you guys these things, again, the onus is going to be on you. Okay? I'm not responsible if anything goes wrong. You kill yourselves. Okay? Don't kill yourselves. You don't want to have to live with that either. But this is fairly easy, so I didn't die. And like I said, this thing's putting on the field. You could sit on this. You put it on your, right here on your back while you're sitting, or on your ass, or between your legs, down below, anywhere you want. It'll discharge. Don't leave it on for a long period of time, because it will knock you on your ass after a while. So again, you'll have a lot of release. And if you do this before you do the bucket, you may see an exodus like you've never seen before. This stuff coming out. Okay, you got it all. You got some of the advancements. The speaker system. It's the same idea. We hooked up a speaker. Here we got the same kind of coils we got here, except I've got probably more like 81 to 90 on here each side, and I just sealed them up. And then what I did is I put a speaker on top. Like I said, this thing is pounding, and the coil is doing like it's doing. Again, it's creating a wah-wah effect. When you walk through the store, you can hardly hear certain spots, and it's creating the dynamic that we're looking for. So there you have it. With the speakers, and I use these plates you buy in a dollar store. Everything pretty much, even the disc buy them at a dollar store. The magnets are going to be a little bit on the expensive side. If you're a mechanic, maybe tire be the cheapest. The motor was at Princess Auto. The wire, this is 24 gauge. You can buy it at Home Depot. The other I had to order from an electrical company. I think that's a 24 gauge, 24 or 28 gauge wire. Probably 24. Glue, a dollar store at the glue gun. The clips, again, Princess Auto. They're the cheapest you can find. And again, speaker wire, get a Canadian Tire, not Canadian Tire, sorry, at the Home Depot. That's probably the best place to buy it in Canada, unless you can order it online through eBay or other places. But pretty much, there it is. Okay, enjoy, give me your feedback. I'm going to start sending this out tonight. Hopefully you guys will get it, and let me know what you think. Alright, talk to you in a bit.